How can I boost my creativity? I ask myself that question a lot. So I decided to try something new, binaural beats. This is the first video of a little series where I experiment with different ways to unlock creativity, connect with myself, and make art that feels alive. What are binaural beats? Binaural beats are a form of sound wave therapy. So basically, you listen to two slightly different frequencies in each ear, and your brain syncs to the difference. Some people say it helps with focus, creativity, relaxation. So we're gonna try it while creating art to see if it boosts my creativity and I create a masterpiece or cool art. There are different brainwaves, and each brainwave has a different function. So, which brainwave is linked to creativity? Right, theta waves. Theta waves also happen when we are in deep meditation, light sleep, daydreaming, and hypnagogic states. The moment between sleep and waking up. So, because it's linked to intuition and creativity, I chose theta waves. Theta waves are between 4 and 8 hertz, so we have to choose something in between that. After choosing the theta wave, I went to YouTube and I chose the theta wave of 6.3 hertz because it's linked to lucid dreaming, meditative states, creative insight, and I love dreams and lucid dreams and hypnagogic states. So I thought that was the best one because it mixes, lucid dreaming and creativity. I think we can get really cool stuff out of that. So what I did, I put my headphones on with the binaural beats and I put it for like 30 minutes. 5 minutes you relax and you get in that relaxation state. And then the next minutes I took them for drawing freely. I didn't have anything in mind. I just wanted to see what would come out of just drawing and listening to binaural beats. So what I noticed is that I was relaxed and I was still having those thoughts of I'm scared that I'm gonna mess it up, that the perspective is not gonna look right, that whatever I'm gonna draw, it's gonna look bad. All these things, right? I was trying not to pay attention to them and just draw whatever came to me, whatever I felt was right. So it's kind of like there's this inner battle and you're trying to break free from that. It kind of helps because you're a little bit more relaxed but the thoughts are still there. So it kind of it bothers a little bit, but you just have to keep going through that. Something in the first drawing that I did, I wanted to do it like how kids draw. Like I feel kids don't really they are not thinking about things looking perfect, right? So I just wanted to imitate that. Just drawing without worrying, even though I was worrying. But at the same time, just doing things that I maybe wouldn't do because I'm like, oh my god, that doesn't look perfect. And while drawing, I had a revelation. I know it's really common, like it's usually what you do, right? But I feel it was like being more conscious of it. And what came to me was that I had free will and that I could draw anything that I wanted. What came to me was like you can draw a huge butterfly just taking a castle out of the ground, and that would be amazing. You don't have to do things perfectly or things that make sense. You just can create whatever it is. And I know it might seem obvious, but now that you're conscious of it, you're like, oh wow, I even have more freedom than I thought. So that I just started drawing random stuff that I thought, oh, maybe there's a bug on the ground also, and it's huge. And then the next sessions, I applied the stay in 5 minutes, just listening to the binaural bits, like tuning in, and I would see things like images would pop into my head, and I saw a door, a knight with a sword. So I just drew the things that I saw. Something that I realized is that for me, it's easier to have something, an image in my head, and then draw it than just getting myself to draw without having already an image in my head. And I feel that's something that has been stopping me from creating for a long time before. I had ideas, but like I didn't see it clearly in my head. Like having like a photo of it, right? Like that image in your head. And then I thought, is it me that I'm just like a perfectionist? Because I usually, when I have an idea, I usually see something, even if it's just like a couple things. I don't see like the whole painting. I see parts of it. And I feel I've been limiting myself, and I have not drawn or painted those things because I'm like, oh no, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe I should wait for a really good idea and not draw that. And now it's like, maybe that's what I have to draw because I have that idea and I see it. I see the image. Like, I should just draw it because that's just all I've been like thinking, waiting for to have that clear thing, that clear image. And I have it. I just haven't been using that. So I feel that I have those ideas and images often. I just feel I don't draw or paint as fast to paint all those ideas. So I've gone from I feel I don't have any ideas to I have so many that I just don't have time to draw them. Maybe I should just do like small sketches and have them like stored, and I just start painting whatever I feel like painting, and I have a place where I have those ideas so they don't, fade and maybe go to another head. I could definitely do that. I'm gonna start doing that actually. I also drew with just normal music on because I wanted to see if there was any difference. I wanted to compare both of them. And I was listening to Team Impala, I think it's the name, and I drew this one and I love that one. I think it's really cool. I was just drawing what I felt the music looked like when you hear beats and you see like shapes, like I was drawing those shapes and how it felt to me. And I honestly feel Tim Impala songs are really cool because they just have like this so many, like the sounds, it's like rich in sounds, and I love that in music. And then the next drawings, it was just me alternating, drawing with binaural beats and without binaural beats. And this one, it was like I drew without having that image in my head, and I think you can tell because it's just like it's really random. I mean, it's okay, but it's like, and then the next one was me with, I think, normal music or just without music. Not my favorite. People are now realizing that ugly art exists. It's just part of the process, right? So I think it's perfectly fine to draw things that you're like, and that's something that I had been really afraid of, scared of drawing things that I would think are ugly. I just wanted everything to look perfect. I don't know if you have seen these people posting their sketchbooks, and every single page it's like a beautiful painting. Why do they do that? I mean, it's amazing. Maybe it's just like the way they do things, and they look perfect. But I would think about my sketchbooks and I would just think how messy they were. Everything would just be like random things, maybe trying like new perspective or new colors and just trying things, and it was never like a finished piece. And all of these people's pages were finished pieces. I was wondering, like, why are you drawing them or painting them in a sketchbook? Like, just make a full painting because they look amazing. Then I was drawing with color pencils. I used the polychrome from Faber-Castell. Loved those pencils. Really, really cool. The pigment, amazing. And this one is something that I saw in my head while I was thinking about creating something that I'm working on. So I saw it and I was like, I told myself, nah, maybe I should like look for a better idea. Then I was like, no, maybe I should just take this one and draw it and see how it looks and see if I like it, and maybe just keep going with it unless something else comes to my head. And I actually had another idea, so now this one it's like, well, I actually like it, but now I have something that I feel fits more with what I had, what I thought it would be. And in general, I think binaural beats have helped me. I have realized a few things, and that's the best part. It's that you just get to draw, try things, and the more you draw, the more you learn that you don't have to create amazing pieces every single time because not all of them are gonna look perfect. Yeah, and you can help yourself with binaural bits, for example, if you want to create a routine and get into drawing more. Or you could also just maybe, you don't even have to draw at the same time that you're listening to the binaural bits. You could also just like, just close your eyes and let your imagination flow, and you will see things. Or you would have maybe feelings, oh, I would like to draw a field with red flowers. Just flow, and you will start receiving. You gotta be open to receiving. Creativity is always there. You just have to pay attention because it's talking to you.